Hello, and welcome to The Table is Yours, a role-playing adventure show where a bunch of friends usually sit around a table, as well as through video call, to play TTRPGs like Dungeons and Dragons. I am your GM, your DM, your best friend, Con Riley. My pronouns are they, them. You can follow me anywhere at Kryles. And fun fact, the Fated Fates, after the time skip from last session, have leveled up now to level 12. That's right, once we go from 10 onward, I start doing double, because it's my table, not yours. But yeah, so with that, let's go into our fairly experienced friends, starting with Vic Schmidt.
Hi, I'm Vic. I play Resident Rat Boy Terrence Estanis. My pronouns are they, them. Terrence's pronouns are he, they. And we leveled up to 12, and some cool things that happened is I took the Artificer's Initiate, which gives Terrence a spell, but he doesn't do magic, so I'm flavoring it differently, and you'll just have to wait and see what that looks like.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I play Wash. Our pronouns are he, him. I forget where else I was going. Things that I took when leveling. Wash took a level in Barbarian.
Hey everybody, I'm Heather Lore. I play Shay Erebos. Juicy details, juicy titties. She's rogue. You're welcome. Super hot goth mommy, yes. I also took a feat, and I have a cool new toy. My feat was Fey Touched because I wanted to get my Riz up and also get some new spells. And then I have a Cloak of Displacement now, so it's going to be even harder for these fuckers to hit me. So
hi, I'm Sydney. I play Codex Seori, 9th level Wild Magic Sorcerer, 3rd level Reunite Fighter. I think I said the lot. It doesn't matter. For both of our pronouns are she, her. Don't find me. That's a threat. The feat that Codex ended up taking is Metamagic Adept, which means she is just a better sorcerer because she finally hit the books because she can read now.
Hi, my name's Rebecca. I play Isabella Ballador, Tiefling Paladin. Oh, no, I messed it up for the first time ever. Okay. Shame. Tiefling Paladin, Bard of the group. She is a 7 Bard, 5 Paladin. I took Skill Expert feat, and then I have an Amulet of Health, but it is flavored as the tattoo that she got while with Wash.
Hi. I'm Jake. I play Finley de Galilei, Firbolg Druid. He, him. You've heard this shtick before. You can find me playing Skillet in the Park for the Birds. Finley, over the time skip, took the Observant feat because he's hanging out with people who are very perceptive and he wishes to be a little bit more like that. And his intelligence went up 1, giving him a 0 to his modifier instead of -1. His magic item that he took are the Gauntlets of Flaming Fury. We'll see how those work out. Back to you.
Right, and of course you can follow us anywhere at TTIYDND on all socials. You can follow us on Twitter, X, Instagram, Threads, actually, even though I've posted other than YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook Marketplace. You can buy us for free. But we don't deliver. It is pickup only. And then, of course, please support our Patreon. We have cool content on there for you, and you supporting us gets us to get you more of our fun show that you like, we hope. But yeah, with that, let us get into the recap of what happened on last episode of The Table is Yours. What story shall be sung today? One can never know how the melody might sound. Our adventurers have already begun to pluck the strings of their story, and their combined composition is unfolding like a road before us.
Needless to say, coming home after the battle with Seraphimo was rough. We got back to the keep with everyone that had come back, and luckily they didn't remember anything. Dogma told us that he, Yelena, and Hal were going to search the Grove on an adventure to find out more about the druids they researched. Apparently, at Dogma's meeting we missed, they talked about their research that brought them to understand that these Grove druids, called the Larakai, had a non-god tied Dawnwood diamond and apparently a hexaleap. They were hunted by a being that matched the description of who Shay saw, who we all were starting to believe was Dark Fury. After that, the druids were never heard from again. The assumption was that they used the diamond to split the hexaleap into Dogma and Codex. Finley ended up using the diamond Seraphima had to honor Connie's request and wished Ezra to be back. Though he didn't look like the teenage brother Connie had described, it seemed like he was in his early 20s and in a panic. Ezra started yelling that he wouldn't fall for another one of Arathia's tricks as Finley tried to calm him down. VR and Casimir told us that they were going to leave the Berg and stay in the wilds for a time, to discover more about the wish the Chaos Diamond was used to make. Apparently it brought everyone back who died last year. When they left, we all took our time to mourn before parting for the night. A few months later, Fiara told us the diamond trail had run cold, as well as that Arathia, whom Fiara assumed had at least one of the 2 remaining diamonds, had been missing for some time. So we all took time off, a little over a year's worth of time actually. Finley went soul searching in the wilds, Terrence and Ezra went to his apartment in the second to work with Helluana on their contract with Chartreuse, and Codex and Wash found day jobs. Wash also spent this time interrogating and torturing Lady Brisea for information. I spent every day with Guy. However, with the assumption that Darkfury and the Beasts had a reason to bring back all of the people that died, I explained everything to Guy and said he'd be safest if he left Zabraria forever. She did her own thing for most of the year, until she found Finley in the wilds and asked if he'd accompany her to the Grove to visit her sister Ishnalia in the Demiplane where the Shadow Elves adept in shadow stepping were from. Finley discovered through Ish and Shay's catching up that their mother died from the Beast of the Grove, as well as more information on Shay's revenant father who had died again, I guess. Time passes much slower in the Demiplane, so they were there for a long while, but eventually they asked Ish to bring them back to the Grove and led them to where their mother died, hoping they would also find Dogma, Yelena, and Hal on the way there. God's willing they have some leads on either the diamonds or whatever plot Darkfury is no doubt cooking up.
So, last we left off, Shay and Finley, you were in the Scrimatish clan, which is where Shay is from, which is a sub-pocket of the Shadowfell associated with the Grove. But the next day, Ishnalia will guide you guys out back into the material plane version of the Grove, where you guys, probably over like a day, you'll get to Millcross, which is where Dogma, Yelena, and Hal are. They'll join you as you guys start to like make your way towards where Ish remembers your mother being killed by, as she will describe during this like probably 2-day in total journey. She'll refer to it like, she'll say the Beast, referring to you guys how you call the Wilds one, but of the Grove. So I'll say you guys are probably nearing it. She probably is like, we have about an hour of a walk left. If you guys want to RP any of the 6 of you.
Were y'all able to find what you were looking for?
No, not exactly, says Dogma. But we did hear that they knew about the Druids and they recognized the symbol once I showed them. So.
Well, that's good. Did they give you anything kind of like information-wise about them?
They said that they were very much Druids associated with Yofet back in the day. The Earthen Vine, that goddess.
So, your mother, essentially.
Oh, I don't know, maybe. That's crazy if that's the truth. And he kind of like, Dogma will twiddle with the coin around his neck. The half coin. Do you potentially know about this, Ishnalia? Says Yelena to Ish. Do you know about this Druid clan at all? And she's kind of like, oh, sorry, what? Which Druid clan? We didn't get we got a couple different names, it looks like. Let me go off the list. And she kind of looks down at like a small little notepad she has. The one that most people called it was the Larakai. I remember Mother once talking with me about it. They were druids that when she was young, she had heard that they were around, but I believe... Sorry, with time and the difference between the Shadowfell and here, it's a little hard to put together, but the last that I heard about the Larakai being anywhere was sometime after her death. It would have been about 27 years ago. Dogma's like, right. Eventually, you guys would get to this place that seems like this large place of land that is just soot. Soot with like one tree. And the tree looks like a little gray. The leaves are kind of like green into like a dark fading black as if it's like decaying. But the rest of the ground around, there's no plants. It's just gray and ashy and like not fully lived in. This is where it was, but it didn't look like this. Ishnalia says as she kind of like walks into the area, and it's big. It's like probably the size of like a small forest town.
What did it look like before?
We were outside a town, and like she like kind of gestures to like the rest of just like this land of soot and nothing. There was a town over there. I remember. And then this was just like a small bushel of bramble.
Can you take me to where you think she fell?
I thought it was... She kind of like leans against the tree. I thought it was here. It's hard to tell. I don't even know the town.
And we can't see, like, any, like, sign of any structures that used to be there? It's just completely soot.
Yeah, no signs of structure. What was the name of the druids again? The Larakai, says Yelena as she's like looking down at her notes and then back up. Did they have this kind of funky symbol that swirled around? Yeah, kind of like this, as Dogma like uses minor illusion to kind of like make it appear. I believe that was the next stop, actually. So, this also might be the Larakai village.
Or what's left of it.
Huh.
Does anyone know what could have done this?
There's no village here? I thought there was supposed to be an entire village. I don't know. It could have... Listen, something came in and attacked us and killed my mother, killed some of our mentors and friends, and I made it out with a missing eye. No, I mean, sorry, Dogma, he looks back to Yelena and Hal, and like, what do we do if that was our only lead?
Oh, I could try to talk to that tree. Maybe.
You two roll perception, and I'm going to roll a general perception for the remaining 4 people there.
Can I just clarify the scene really fast?
Yes.
So this is the town where the Larakai clan was, and why was Ishnalia and her mother there?
Ishnalia and her mother were there, 30 years ago? I don't know if this was fully explained yet. Shalia, their mother, the leader of the Scumitesh clan, which the Scumitesh clan are the makers of the shadow stepping, but they would teach people in the grove that to like keep them safe and like teach them the ways to protect the grove and blah 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 blah. And they were on like a missionary mission, if you will, to do like, we go out of the Shadowfell, we go to the different towns of the grove to teach them our ways, and they got attacked. And the only person who returned, it was Ish and Air that returned, her now husband. They got out, and yeah, but Shay's mom died, and so did some of the other monks. Ishnalia is a monk.
Oh, regular perception is 17.
17? I got a 4 for your friends. Well, a natural 4. They have different modifiers, but...
I rolled a 28.
So, with your perception, you will all hear kind of like on some type of plant or something, as you will look off to the side, and like it's daytime, so there's sun coming through the canopies, as you see this familiar figure that is walking through the woods, kind of like hands like interlocked, kind of like that, this walking kind of like this, but down. This woman in this white dress with this almost like white bonnet, green hair, tan skin, and kind of like lighter eyes, as she is walking forward to meet you all. There's a gathering. What is everyone doing?
Wonder when I'd see you again?
Hello, Shay, Erebus,
Hello.
Ishnalia, Hal, Lovett Rex, and other people I don't know. I do believe I saw you at the banquet, though. Pointing at Finley.
Oh, Rat. Yeah, I was there. Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Finley de Galilei of the Wilds Galilees, Doshan Moor, Druid.
My name is Healer. I'm a bit of a natural magic person myself. What are you all doing here?
Trying to get answers.
Yes, this is a place that's been dead for some time. Unfortunately, and you watch she tries to druid craft a flower, and it just kind of like wilts and falls back into ash. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to stay there, so I can't really do much of the beautification I'm in charge of to make it look beautiful.
Do you know what happened?
I believe a few years back there was, well, several more, some type of disaster happened. Something went to go attack Larakai, and then a lot of people got very hurt. I don't know too much past that. That's just kind of what I've heard from the nearby villages.
And now nothing will grow.
Doesn't seem so. The tree has grown, though. She kind of smiles a bit.
It's kind of impressive in the wake of all this that even a strong tree can grow. A little rotted at the leaves, but...
The tree was something that was planted before the ash took over this part of land. I planted it myself, actually. It was when there was still greenery.
Must be very proud.
In a way.
Did you know the people that lived here?
The druids?
Mm-hmm.
No, they were a bit elusive. They kind of seemed to mask themselves away. I don't know what secrets they were hiding. I just know that they had secrets that they did hide.
It's probably just a druid thing. We had secrets too.
Some people say that they had, well, it's only a legend.
What was the
What's
legend?
the legend?
They said an animal of the gods was here, as well as a lot of wishes. That was the story. Dogma, at this point, is probably cowering a little bit behind Finley. Not because of Gila, just because of the words. It's like the confirmation is a little bit scaring him. And he's like kind of like looking around as if he's like, is someone here who like was part of it? Like, is whatever hunted them here? Like, he's getting a little scared. Who knows? I mean, now that the Larakai are gone, I guess we'll never know.
Yes, what an interesting legend. She kind of like side-eyes Dogma.
Yeah, I come here every month or so just to see if I can get anything else to grow. Usually I can get leaves to grow off the tree, and you watch as she touches the tree and like just the leaves start to bloom. But it only lasts for a moment as she takes off her hand and they start to whoosh, wilt.
How's the rest of the grove? Any excitement?
Not sure. And with that, we're going to skip over to somebody else. Codex and Wash and Issa, do you think you guys are all together?
Yeah, Issa's at the guild.
Codex is pulling like flyers down from people being like, this cat got lost again. We could go try and find it again.
Third time.
I feel like we gotta let that cat learn. And pulls down rats? No.
No. No rats.
Maud is like standing there and she's like, if that woman comes in about her cat one more time, I'm going to say she can no longer put the board up. But she has money, so that's the hard thing, you know?
Yeah, I feel like eventually it just feels like you're kind of using her for the money, though. Like, maybe we should just...
Let's just give her a tracker.
At a point, while you guys are all sitting there, Sham will walk with you, Issa, into the tap room where they are and kind of be like, you need to grab them now because this is not going to be good if she shows up angry, referring to Fiora. Just grab them and bring them to the conference room, especially Maud, and eat Maud now. Thank you. He's like, I'm fine. He's just like gathering his hair and fixing it.
Hey guys, let's go.
So, you guys all go into that big long conference room that I've described since the beginning of the goddamn campaign. You watch as Sham is like, okay, I'm usually not this frantic, but there's something going on. Fiora just said she needed whoever was here to help, and luckily, she hasn't called in a while, so I thought, maybe it's fine, maybe it's a gathering, maybe it's something nice. But she sounded very irate, not necessarily with me, but when she's irate with someone else at this point, I don't want to be on any end of it. So let's just, play it cool just in case.
What if she's irate with us, though?
Why would she be irate with you? What did you do?
I don't know, but
no, I don't think
I don't know.
I think she'd be irate with me for reasons that we don't have to disclose, but she seems to really like you guys. And
Why
since
is
she likes...
irate?
It has to do a little bit with what we've been doing throughout the year and a half about trying to find people to get into the Onyx Obscurity.
Oh.
And I made it fucked up on something.
What did you do?
Cool. With the Onyx Obscurity.
What did you do?
He rolls his eyes and he's like, listen, do you know why Arathia was after me in the Red Raven Adventure Guild and why I think I got tricked in the first place?
No, but can you tell us what you did before Fiora gets here?
No, it has a little bit of... I will. Hold on. I'm still your boss, first of all. I can cut your funds at any moment, Missy. I know. Oh, I'm sorry. That you have parents still that give you money? That's very privileged of you, noble girl.
Hey, Sham, can we circle up? Can we focus here?
Yeah, so... I know you all revere me as a very good leader and boss and friend and whatever, and I'm very powerful and sexy and beautiful. Yeah. Okay, my sister's that times 12, and my sister was part of the martyrs because my father was part of the martyrs and my mother. My sister was taken by Arathia. So that's what I've been trying to do since I've joined the Red Raven Adventure Guild to get her back. But something happened along the lines where Arathia... I don't remember because she made me drink my own fucking almonds apple juice, which made me forget. But Maud kind of filled in some of the cracks because Maud is... a blessing. She said she'd give me my sister back, Loretta, but she never did, obviously. Anyway, fast forward to all the things you've experienced. Arathia's a piece of shit, and she's been interfering with everything we've been doing since the graduation massacres that I don't even remember happened, blah, blah, whatever. Fasting forward. Arathia being involved with Balthazar, it's Seraphima, and all the other stuff. We've been this entire time kind of taking a little bit of inspiration from what Wash was doing, and then you'll see Maud go, and Sean will be like,
Codex immediately looks over. What were you doing?
Nope, still, Sham. Nope, we're not losing focus, Sham.
Nope, yep. We took inspiration from what Maud was doing, which was interrogating people, and we've been trying to find... We've been trying to find people of the Onyx
Her
Obscurity.
eyes just slide from Sham over to Wash.
Sham is like, sorry. But we've been trying to find people of the Onyx Obscurity to get in to interrogate them, and we didn't feel like it was right to interrogate Connie's brother, because he doesn't need interrogate. Well, it doesn't matter. But anyway, we thought we might have gotten Alona, and we did, but I just got a note from Darian, who, is supposed to be the bull because we implemented them as the bull, that Darian just received a note from Arathia, who's been gone for a year and a half, asking where they were. Which means Arathia's back, and if Arathia knows that Darian is the Naramon Society leader, it crumbles a lot of our ploys right now. So it's kind of my fault, because I was the one who... I didn't have to tell Darian, but I thought maybe it'd be in our best interest if I did.
You told Darian what?
That we got Miss Alona.
Oh. So Fiara is mad at you, is what this is all.
And I thought maybe what better than to bring her good friends, the Fated Fates, to calm her feelings. As you hear, like you just see this rip into the air of the room. This red line just as squelches blood rips. As you watch Fiara walk in, she looks very different. She walks in basically this pantsuit with this loose tie. She has slicked back hair that is white that goes into this dark blood red, very similar to the chomp that happened from Seraphima's dragon. She looks very girl bossy with a little bit of she has a bit of a heel on now, and this nice blazer that she's wearing. Sham, and Sham's like, talk to Codex, and then he's gonna try to run out of the room, and Maud's gonna grab him by the collar.
Fiara, great blazer.
Oh, thanks. Why are you the Fated Fates here?
We are padding for this conversation.
Looking awfully girl boss.
Just awful.
You look also, girl boss and pussy queen slay. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Sham, darling, light of my life, family of my found family, go in there right now. And Sham's like, I don't want to. We're behind Maud. I don't care if you don't want to. You're going to go in there, and you're going to find out what you can from Alona so we can deter Darian away so Darian is safe. Yes? We'd like to keep our family and friends safe. Yes, Sham? It's hard when you're a guild leader of all these really bad adventurers like Triple Threat and the Fated Fates. Sometimes they don't do very well, you know what I mean? People get hurt. Sham! And he's like, okay. And he's gonna push his hair back and run into the portal behind her. Actually, are you all busy? Could you help me?
I mean, we were gonna do something about a cat.
Yeah.
I mean, I can help. If they're gonna go do a cat thing.
We've done it. It's a been there, done that kind of job. So
You should be less worried about cats and more worried that you're in the doghouse.
Yeah.
If Sean doesn't want to do it, I guess Wash could go do it.
Issa just shakes her head at Fiara.
So here's the issue just is Alona has a way of contacting Arathia, apparently. And since Alona was gotten by Darian and Sham for some reason, Alona knows that Darian is the bull of the Naramon Society. And if Arathia knows that, then we're fucked. But with the barrier we used for Balthazar, hopefully that can be dissuaded. I just want to know if Sham, because Sham is very good at detecting magic, can find out where it is on her so we can take it off so she has no way of contacting Arathia. But there is something else I could help you all could help with, because if Arathia is back, that means we need to start finding the diamond.
Question.
So, answer.
Why are we fucked if Arathia knows the Sham is the bull of the Naramon Society?
The Onyx Obscurity has always had a type of upper hand to any other of the septum, because technically it's national security and intelligence. So had Arathia not been on my side with the diamonds from the beginning, and also her hands in Balthazar's pockets, then Arathia could have been like, I know that she's a vampire, and it doesn't matter if I denied it or whatever. If Arathia runs to the Moiro Parliament, it's done, and then it's treason. And Darian already has so many connections to the martyrs. It's.
Got it. No, I'm here now.
I don't know how important Alona is to Arathia. I've only just captured her and starting to interrogate her. So I think. Anyway.
No, I got it. This is Sydney and Codex both having 9 intelligence. I'm here now.
Yeah, if you could help for a second, I'll get you back. But where are the rest of you? We should probably start planning again. Also, you're looking good.
Thanks. Do you like my hair?
So, can I get your help with something else?
Yeah, what's up?
So you watch as Fiara walks through and you guys all walk in, and Panworks looks different. It looks like it's like a lot more like structured and also kind of weirdly homely. Like people feel like they can like, go there. There's like a lot more light. People are there. There's actually kind of like these markings, a symbol for the Martyrs of Ponte that Fiara has made like patches for everybody.
Fiara? Crafty queen. As we're like stumbling in, Codex is gonna be like, "Oh, Fiara, by the way, we have a teleportation circle back at the keep now, so I can give you the runes for getting there specifically. If you don't want to teleport outside, you can teleport directly into our place. Can I get the runes for this place too?"
She probably like will just like touch your hand and you'll just feel it like you'll watch from her hand. It looks like this like blood symbol just kind of like crawl onto your hand. That only stays for like an hour. It washes off. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. She like quickly pulls out her notebook, scribbles her runes down to like answer like a shitty piece of paper. Like, yes, sir.
All right. Sham, I need you to go into the room opposite and do your detection. Okay? Faded Fates, follow me, please. Also, good to see you all. And she does give you like this smile, and then she kind of like she seems very confident, and she just like turns and then starts walking. As you guys follow her, she goes back to like where you remember Balthazar's cell being, and you see like a lot more cells. Most of them are pretty empty. There's like some people that she'll pass by and she'll be like, Onyx Obscurity. Like she'll say, thought that was a falso ivory connection, was but didn't know anything, stuff like that. She'll be like, Verano's men. Like I think in total there's probably like 6 people you see that are prisoner right now, but they're all like, some of them you've probably like, oh, I kind of remember, like, one of the Verano's men are probably one of the people you saw that didn't like Wash was smoking during the graduation, except tinier, no longer huge, but you recognize some of them as like past enemies. You'll see as she's walking up, you see somebody who's kind of standing in front of a cell at the end. They are wearing what looks like a long blue tailcoat with kind of like this frilly shirt underneath, black slacks, and a bit of heeled shoes. Longer hair now. He has a low, tiny ponytail at his back. As you see, Casimir is just with Cower next to him, standing in front of a cell. He is staring into the cell you have yet to approach, and he kind of like looks over and kind of smiles and says, "Oh, Fiara," and Codex, Wash, and Isabella. She isn't yet to speak. And he'll turn back to the cell as you see Miss Alona sitting in there. And Fiara will like put her hand up to it. It looks like almost this type of glass now on the other side, and she'll like tap on the glass. You'll watch as the wall behind her in her cell kind of like turns transparent for a second, and you see Sham on the other side, and Sham's giving like a shaky thumbs up, like, I'll do it, I won't fuck up again. And she just like nods, and then you see it goes back to being fully opaque. Any questions you want me to ask her? As she turns to you guys. Great. And she's going to, you watch as she'll probably like put her hand down. You'll watch as Isray comes up, her blood beast. And she will put her hand on top of Isray's head, and the two of them will teleport into the cell where Alona will like look up at Fiara, and you just hear screaming from Fiara as like in like these like almost fluid motions, just like slap, like, and like blood just hits the wall, and you hear like really muffled, "Where is Arathia?" like stuff like that, as she's like going fucking nuts, slapping on fucking Alona. And Alona kind of like will take it and like mumble something that you can't hear, and you'll see Fiara's like hand outstretched with claws that come out, not like big, not like beast claws, but like longer nails. And you see what look like her teeth as she like sharpens her nails on her teeth, and then she'll jab it into Alona's shoulder, and then she will like shink it out and taste the blood and be like, "I know you're lying." Like, she's going kind of fucking feral on Alona.
Wash is like, is Fiara hot?
Yeah, Wash is conflicted.
At a point, you'll hear from, like, there's like a button on Casimir's tailcoat that you'll hear the voice of Sean come out, be like, "I can see where it is. It's actually, it seems to be in her neck." Casimir will be like, "Fiara, it's in the neck." You'll just see Fiara, like, grab Alona by the throat, pick her up, and then you'll see, for the first time anyone's ever seen this, she will bite into Alona's neck, and she will, like, tear out a chunk of her skin and pull it out and teleport back out without Isray, who Isray just starts to, like, slash onto Alona's legs as Alona starts crying. Fiara will be in front of you, blood on mouth, you'll wipe it away, and she starts to pick through the skin of Alona's neck, looking for something. "Sorry if that was a bit perturbing, Casimir, this." And you watch as she pulls out what looks like this small silver pin, and she hands it to Casimir, and Casimir goes, I'll look into it and kind of will like turn towards where you guys came from. We'll kind of like walk past Issa. If you walk by you with Calvin, just go, it's good to see you. And then we'll walk forward and keep walking forward. And Fiara will be like, she's tough to crack. Isray, and you watch Isray kind of like turn as if they can hear Fiara outside of the cell and just immediately teleport outside without any command word or anything.
So if you don't kill her, can you ask why she didn't spread my identity to Seraphima?
Because Arathia was trying to use Seraphima.
Okay.
I don't know too much about you yet from her, but don't worry. I'll figure it all out. I have ways. And she'll kind of crack her knuckles.
I know that we might not have a lot of time, but also, like, sometimes people respond better when it's, like, over a, you know, like...
Oh, she will. Isray has some poison in the nails that now that, if you look, she'll point at Alona's, like, calves that have been, like, kind of scratched by Isray. For the next 3 hours, she's going to think 4 months have gone by. So, time is of the essence. Let's go. And she'll, like, start walking by. So, Arathia's back, which means we have to start acting fast, maybe with Alona and anybody else we can figure out to get into the Onyx Obscurity, because I don't think it's going to be an easy task. Has Terrence found anything out from Ezra? Or do we not know?
They've been talking a lot, as far as I know. Ezra seems kind of cool, but, I mean...
It's fine. We'll figure it out. The other thing, we need to find out how to get into the Arrested Waste. I've sent Rush and Willow, and Soon, actually, who I know you know, the adopted sister of Finley, in a way. Her mother is originally from the Rusted Waste, just as Willow and Rush's parents and themselves are from the Rusted Waste. And the Rusted Waste most likely is where the other diamond is, so we need to find that as soon as possible as well. There was another reason why I wanted you... Oh, yes. I do know why I wanted you here. There's a really good reason why I want you here. Which of you feel the most confident in your skills to dodging the beast?
Well,
We're gonna move over to Terrence. Terrence!
Terrence is showing Ezra the new cool thing he taught V2 to do.
A kickflip.
Helluan is also there. Helluan is like, can I also watch? And you're like, oh my god, I didn't even know you were here.
Well, I've realized that, like, any creature that has to be waste to dispose of, so V2, processes things and has to dispose of something, so I figured out how to use it to a tactical advantage. V2 spit, and then he spits out grease all over the ground, and it makes people slip and fall down.
Yeah, you watch as Ezra's like, kind of like, flicks his finger up in a little flame. I'm not going to do it now, don't worry, but, you know, could.
Yeah, exactly. Work. Tactical advantage, right?
That's a good idea. That's really smart, Terrence.
He's, like, kind of surprised because he was, like, preparing to be made fun of.
I wonder if you can get him to spit, like, ice or something, says Helluana.
I mean, yeah, it depends on, like, what you put in the chamber, I guess, so...
Do you think if I put in any of the crystals that I know you have been really against the crystal idea for like the past year, but if I put a crystal
I haven't been against the crystal idea. What are you talking about? I just don't know what to do with it yet.
Maybe there's something we could do with it. Okay, who's a good boy? Can you spit more grease? And then you watch as V2 spits it, and Helluana's like, I'm moving out of the way. And Ezra, like, on his pants, he's like, God damn it. As you hear a...
In my apartment door, or me in my apartment?
Yeah, you're in your apartment, yeah.
I grab the little stool that I have, I pull it up, and I look through the people.
You see Aster.
He looks back at Ezra and is like, kind of like gestures like, I don't know if you should hide, or...
Oh, yeah, you should also clean your floor. There's grease everywhere. And
he's gonna
he's gonna probably... He's like, gonna, like, this is a small apartment, because it's basically a studio. Like, probably with a bigger closet and bathroom. He like looks to the closet, but like he just goes under the bed.
He opens the door. Aster.
Hi, Terrence.
What are you doing here?
It's just been a while, and I thought you might be running low. Are you running low?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I am.
You probably haven't used your serums since Seraphima.
I definitely haven't, but I also didn't have much left at all before then, so... Because I'd used it all for, like, one big batch. I would say that what I used in Seraphima is, like, the little I had left over was all the serum I had. Yeah, I am. I didn't know it was delivery.
Well, I saw that there were people here, and, you know, I like to... And she gestures over to the kind of, like, flower bed that's over there, which you see a lot of array of mixed flowers, and you see her favorite flowers that are there, the pink dahlia.
Do you want to come in? Watch, there's a bunch of grease on the floor. I could explain, but there's...
Oh my gosh, what happened?
Experiments. I've taken up artificy a little bit. Not really, more
I thought
tinkering.
You weren't really a magic person.
Oh, not the magic part. I'm just tinkering, kind of.
As you look around the room, you see your coat rack, and Halawana is behind the coat rack.
Why is she hiding? He glances over there and is like, this is my friend.
Hi, I'm Halawana. I'm gonna leave now. Bye. Just there's the bit fire port, and it catches the grease a bit, but V2 stamps it out.
Terrence also stamps it out. He's like, oh my god.
How have you been?
I've been good. Been a pretty calm year, I would say.
Oh yeah, sorry. Probably, and she takes out of a satchel. She probably has the mason jar that has that much of that tiny ingredient that you use full to the brim.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I thought I'd give you some. Can I have water or tea or anything?
Oh yeah, how rude of me to ask. And he steps delicately over the grease. He'll go. It's probably one room that's there's a futon and a kitchen area. He'll go and he'll put on a pot for tea. Please have a seat. I'm gonna do something about the grease, and he's gonna grab rags and things to clean it up.
If only it was wood varnish or something, right?
Yeah, I know. I think it would really brighten the room to have a darker stain on these floors.
So, how have you been? What have you been doing with your chemicals or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of, I don't want to say perfected the recipe, but I'm trying something now. I've taken this year to focus on myself quite a bit, but the toll that the serums have taken on my body, I want to try and kind of counter that by improving this version of myself to maybe hopefully improve that version of myself so that, it kind of maybe balances out. If this body is healthier, then that body can be healthier, Who knows? It's just a theory for right now. I ran out of the ingredients, so I haven't really used it because I didn't want to waste it in case something happened. You never know. Obviously, in this city, you never know what's going to happen. Like I said, it's been a pretty tame year. I've been tinkering, and he pats V2 on the head. He was given to me by a friend, so I've been...
Oh, yeah, that artificer that I met in Generta with you a while ago.
Yeah, she's unfortunately no longer with us.
Oh, duh, of course, the banquet. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah. She was a Rousseau, right?
Yeah. In the, she was with her aunt in the crumbling of the...
Oh, that was such a tragedy.
Yeah, it was.
She really was a good lady. She really did help everybody, didn't she? Apparently. I don't really stick to too many theories, but I've heard she was from what everyone says in the Fist, I hear she was a very good lady.
Seraphima?
Mm-hmm.
He nods, but yes, her niece Cornelia left me with V2 here, so I've been working with him for...
She left you with V2 even though she died in an accident?
It was more of I had been commanded to take care of him, when she had left for a previous time, so he was already kind of connected to me in the first place.
All deception.
That was a good lie.
I didn't say it was a bad lie. The lie helps with the AC, not with the roll.
I'm taking the floor roll, because it's a decent roll. That's a mod 20.
Mod is not 20, mod's almost 30.
Haha.
Like a laugh. Sorry for you. That's a terrible loss to lose a friend like that.
Yeah.
You have family, right?
Me? Yeah.
I could imagine what that would be like.
What?
I could imagine what that would be like. So, imagine if you were related to her or Seraphima. That would be horrible.
Oh. Yeah. It would be a tough loss. I love my family, and I couldn't imagine anything happening to them.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
The other ladies in the beautification committee are not related to you, right? You're all in charge of different precincts, right?
Yeah, which is part of the beautification committee. I do have sisters and a brother and a mom, though.
Oh.
No dad. Don't even know if I really had one, but I assume I did.
Yeah, same.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm sorry for you.
No, it's okay. But, I do anything to protect my family.
Yeah. Is she normal? Can I, look at her demeanor?
Is she normal?
She's asking some really leading questions, and it makes me...
You're rolling insight? Is that what's happening?
No, I'm not. Terrence just has his own feelings.
You can if you want. I don't give a fuck.
You know what? I will. I think he's just gonna kind of assess why she's here.
Although enjoyment.
When did it end?
Although enjoyment. I'm sad again.
Don't tell my boyfriend.
You're gonna have so much fun editing this.
What was I made for? 14.
What are you trying to look for? Like, what entirely are you trying to...
If she's, like, hiding the reason why, like, if she's here for something else, like, if she's here to, like, ask me something else or be here for something else. It doesn't have to be, like, malicious. Like, I don't necessarily think she's here for something malicious, or she, like, wants to ask me something more, but isn't. Is she holding back?
There seems to be an unspoken something going on. If you sit down with her and hand her, like, a teacup as you have your own, there seems to be, like, there's something she's not saying, sure. I don't know if it seems malicious, but yeah.
Yeah. So he'll sit down with her, he'll hand her the teacup and just be like, and they, like, probably sip in silence for a second, and he's like, so how's your year been? I haven't seen you in...
It was a lot. The whole miracle is crazy.
Yeah. Crazy is a good word to describe it.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
It's just... It's been hard.
What's been hard?
One of my family members got kind of sick, so it's just been... Sorry if I'm just, like, wearing that on my face. I've never talked to you about my family, so I don't know why that would matter at this point.
Don't be sorry. I like to consider us friends. I know we don't see each other very often, but sometimes it feels nice to talk to somebody about something they have no idea about. It's like nice to get it off your chest, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a lot. What I could do to wish it all away, you know what I mean?
I hate this. I hate this conversation. Is it one of your... You said you had sisters?
I have sisters and a brother. I don't know, I feel like I just haven't seen my mother within the last year and so. She's just been gone. So, busy, I'm sure.
Mm.
Anyway, well, thank you for the tea. I should probably get going.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, I was just surprised to have you stop by, and I'm happy to see you. Just surprised.
Yeah. It's good to see you, too. I'm glad I'm helping somebody.
I'm glad you chose to help me.
Me too. She kind of places the teacup in the tray down, look it up, grab her bag. Maybe we see each other sometime soon. Talk about your experiments or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll run into each other again.
Yeah, eventually I'll get you my returning address so it's not just me coming to your house.
Yeah. I'm gonna, like, walk her out, I guess, and then close the door. He takes a beat for her to walk away, and immediately goes to his bedroom and is like, Ezra, was that super fucking weird or what? That was so fucking weird.
He falls over because he was listening to the door.
That was super fucking weird, and I don't know what to do. That was super creepy, and I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't know anything about her. You haven't told me too much about her other than she gave you the things that Shay said you could get arrested for?
Yes, I could get arrested for them. But also, why was she said wish? She said she was brought to Seraphima. And why did she say... It was really fucking weird, right?
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Bringing up the topical things, but bringing it up like I'm just saying, like, the word wish, and it's not a big deal, but I'm saying these other things, and it's not a big deal, and it's like...
Okay, but if your mom said it and you didn't know anything about it, would you think it was weird? Just like, I'm playing to play devil's advocate for a second.
The devil doesn't need an advocate.
Okay. But, like, I'm not saying it wasn't weird. It was weird. But, like, I guess if we want to calm down and think for a second, what if, like, some sweet old lady up the street was like, I wish everything was different? Wouldn't you think that was, like, kind of, like, normal?
Ezra, I don't know if I told you what happened with the rats, but I accused a very nice old woman of being a werewolf, I'm pretty sure. So
are you trying to tell me that your neurotic way of accusing somebody and being wrong should make me believe that you're not being neurotic about this?
No, because I don't think I'm being neurotic about this. Because...
I think it's weird. I'm playing other side's advocate because I can't be the devil.
Let's look at the facts. Okay, she came to my house. She did bring me the thing that I need to create my serums. I did that a long time ago. Address. Yeah. Okay, I know. I'm just saying. She came to my house. She brought me the thing that I've been using to create the serums. She said that Lady Seraphima was such a nice lady, which I'm sure that is a delusion that a lot of people have. Talking about losing family members. She said, how hard would it be to be related to Seraphima / Connie, and you're in the room next door? I feel like she knew that you were here, but didn't know you were here. But it seemed like she kind of knew you were here, and then she said wish, and you came back from a wish, and it feels weird.
It feels, the more you explain it now, I'm thinking it's maybe more coincidental, because I just don't know all the things you know.
She is one of the members of the beautification committee so there's one for each of the sectors, and she is the one for the Berg, and then there's 2 others. If I can go on my crazy train real fast, I will pop off on a crazy train if you'll allow me.
Yeah, go.
Okay, so there are 3 members of the beautification committee. There are 3 beasts. That would be crazy, right? That's just a coincidence. We saw a vision, and there was a tree, and the regular Dawnwood, and then there was the negative Dawnwood, and that one seemed dark and scary, and then this whole thing happened, and then there were 3 things that emerged from the ashes, and it was the beast, and then there was something with Dark Fury, and there's this whole thing that's going crazy, and I don't understand.
Terrence.
He's
there are also 3 sectors, and also there are 3 gods in the Eventide Church. There are a lot of trinities around that are just around coincidentally. I'm not saying you're wrong, but just King Guillaume is the king of the 3 sectors of Zabrara, so there are a lot of 3s in this place.
What if 3 is the answer to everything?
I'm just playing devil's advocate. She said she had sisters, a brother, and a mom who she hasn't seen in a while.
Sisters, a brother, and a mom. Sisters, a brother, and a mom she hasn't seen in a while, and one of her family members is very sick?
Yeah.
Do we know anyone who's very sick right now? Ezra. Also, how is it possible for me to trust anyone if anyone can be possessed by Arethia? You know better than anybody.
You can't.
I know. But what if I totally just spilled some beans that I wasn't supposed to? Did I say anything that I wasn't supposed to?
I don't think so.
What if she stole something? Hang on, I'm gonna go and raid my living room to look and see if anything is missing.
Terrence, you're starting to get greasy again.
He has his hands in the ground and he's what are you talking about? He composes himself. There hasn't been any sense of anything happening in a year. It's been very calm. Not that this is anything. It doesn't have to be anything, but what if it is? What if shit's about to break bad? I don't know. I'm just a little on edge.
Yeah, and he kind of puts his hands on his shoulders. It's okay, just...
Okay.
Putting you through a breathing exercise. Okay. You could be right. But maybe you're not. Maybe it's just coincidence.
Maybe.
But if you are right, I just want to put in a clause now that I didn't say you were wrong, so if you are right, you can't say I told you so. Because I'm not saying you're wrong. Maybe let's not freak out about it you know. Because she could just be a really nice woman.
Yeah.
She seemed very nice. And yeah, I mean, what has that done, you know? What has that done for you?
Yes. He starts to breathe in.
Terrence. He probably grabs your face. His hands are really calmingly warm.
Both negative and positive things have come from the things she has granted me the ability to do.
Okay. And that relates to your bad theory. Bad, not because it's a bad theory. Bad, negative theory. Because how?
Okay, she gave me this, and I hold up the jar.
Yeah.
It's the reason I was able to create the serums.
Which is a good thing.
Which is a good thing, but also a bad thing, because I was using them for bad reasons. Yeah.
And that caused
what if I'm just
death?
A pawn in a bigger game?
What would that do for her?
I don't know.
How does that connect to the beast?
If she's a beast, maybe they want more people to die because Dark Fury works with the blood magic.
Okay.
And they wanted me to make the thing to make people die so they could use the blood, because you know that everyone in the graduation was used for the blood sacrifice, so...
For Balthazar, I thought.
Yes, but Seraphima and Dark Fury are also involved in the blood magic.
Whatever happened to the rest of the Oh no, they must have been used for the wish, right? Yeah, never mind.
Yes, they were used for the big wish. The big blood dome wish.
The other beast slices people up, and flowers come out, or whatever.
Yeah. And again, beautification committee, flowers. I'm just saying there could be a connection. But I love Aster. She's great. But she could be a beast. But she is also great and has been very nice to me.
What was Shay's vision?
Shay saw what we now know, or at least think, is Dark Fury, the main guy with the red arms, right? And then, Teacup! 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 He grabs Ezra by the
Why is screaming Teacup? Why are you screaming Teacup?
I have to call my friends!
Okay, we're gonna switch. All right, so back to our good friends with Fiora. Fiora leads you out of the town of Vilmeyer, and she just is kind of explaining. She's like, it happens almost daily at 1 p.m. that the beast will just stand there atop the mountain and stare at us. And I just want to see if it might invoke a difference when you're here. But luckily I have ways to block it so that, and kind of like gestures to Issa's like scar, that doesn't happen again. Just want to see if this might cause a difference. Because if we do, and she's going to like point and it's going to do like that Wes Anderson zoom in, Casimir has a plan. Casimir has a way of capturing anybody that falls within the lines of a whole person and or creature. And you just see like Casimir just like...
So you do want us to provoke it?
No. Well, I mean, I guess if your presence here would be a provoke, but I don't want you to actively do anything other than stand here with me and stare.
I could polymorph one of us to be like something that's faster. Well, you said outrun, so like I can make us something faster.
I can have us dodge. I just want you three here to be you. Your presence will be the provoking.
Okay.
You brought us here to be bait.
Yes, Isabella, I brought you here to be, in a way, bait, but I will also be in there with you. I'm not going to leave you there alone. All right, so, let's just... Her eyes will get wide, and she'll be like, and there they are. As you'll see standing atop a smaller mountain is just the silhouette of the beast. Just the one. You'll watch as, like, you stand there for, like, a minute, and if, like, someone's like, is something going to happen? Fiora's like, just wait. One more second. If it comes to it, someone can run, and we can see if it gets trapped from Casimir. Yes? About this time, too, Isray is with her as well as Cowers with Casimir. All right, everybody roll perception, please. And she'll also say, well, the point is we want them to follow us so they fall into the trap, yes?
I got a 25.
25 from Issa. Wash?
14.
Codex.
12.
All right, you've all successfully made it. You will watch as the beast just kind of stands there. You watch as its hands outstretch like this, its hands fully out, as you start to see these quadrupedal silhouettes start to climb over the image of the mountain, as it looks like a bunch of beasts start to dash at you. Shay, Finley, and crew, and I guess Gila, as she was just kind of like standing there, you'll start to hear like, as like you start to see all around you what look like eyes peering through the foliage as you see them just start to dash and people screaming in the distance. Terrence, as you're holding Ezra and you're like, Teacups! 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 You start to hear people screaming and running as you will see what look like these giant dogs, like dog-esque things. The best way to describe what they look like for Terrence, who's close enough, they look like Cower, Cypress, and Isray. They look like the same type of beasts. As they are running, and you see one like get onto a person and start tearing their flesh apart. So, roll initiative, everybody.
Yeah.
This is gonna be it's gonna be more of like
Flavor.
more of running and hitting them as you go rather than like a map, you know? So I'm just gonna roll 3 times for the groups. All right, 25 to 20.
Oh, 21.
So I got 24.
20 to 15.
Damn, y'all are gonna die.
15 to 10.
I got a 14.
I got a 13.
Casimir and Fiora got a 12. Terrence, what'd you get?
7.
I would say immediately, like, Hila's gonna just be like, run, and she's gonna teleport away. You watch as vines kind of engulf her, and then she disappears. Everybody with you, except for Terrence, everybody has somebody who can get them to teleport everybody. Because you guys have Dogma, who can do that, and Hal can also fly you guys, and then obviously you guys have Codex, Fiora, and Casimir. So you guys are good. Terrence, Ezra, and V2, good fucking luck. Unless you have sending for Hellowana. That's your best bet. All right. So Shay, you're up first.
Shay's not gonna run. Shay is gonna get between whatever creatures are coming at their group in front of them, and she's gonna pull out some of her weapons, ready some attacks, and like shroud everyone in shadows as much as she can, and say, "Everyone, get near Hal."
Okay. You can like at any moment you guys can attack whatever. You can be like, I'm attacking the nearest one near me. There will be one near you at all times, unless you guys teleport to wherever you're teleporting, which could be the Pale White Castle Keep. It could be, wherever you guys want to go.
Shay's gonna hold any attacks, and she'll say that everyone get in a howl. Get us the hell out of here.
Okay, yeah, as the dogs kind of like rush in, you see their blood red eyes, blood spewing from their mouths, and they have like kind of like all darker fur with like it just looks like blood is kind of going through the veins. You can see it glows. None of them have the color schemes of Israel, Cower, or Cypress. And they don't even have like the horns like they did. But yeah, it'll go dark. You will still see their eyes in the dark. All right, Finley.
Shay does that. How many would you say are like there? And how close are they?
Too many.
Too many. Okay, he's gonna pull out the whip with the gauntlet, and it's gonna get coated in flame while he activates it. He's gonna use the gauntlet first and then cast Shillelagh with the, like, when he clacks it down. He's not gonna hit anyone with it because that's an action I don't want to use, but he is gonna cast in a 20-foot cube in front of him, hitting as many as possible. He's going to cast Erupting Earth.
What do I have to roll?
That is a dex save.
16.
16. That fails. So they all take 3d12 of bludgeoning damage. So he readies the whip and then swings it around his head, and when he does, the earth just kind of like, in the path that it goes, in a 20-foot cube in front of them, just chucks all of them straight, like, across the field.
Gotcha. All right, yeah, you kind of hear like as like as they're kind of getting flown from the earth.
And he's just gonna kind of like back up as close as he can to the rest of them, and kind of like hold the whip down and like hold his arm out in front of the others on the opposite side that Shay is on from them. Cinnamon is then going to just like spiral fly up.
As Shay instructs the rest, you see Dogma immediately run to Hal and grab onto Hal as he'll kind of like quick cast mage armor onto Shay, and you just kind of watch as this blue and pink like shield just starts to wrap around you almost in succession. It's like this like ethereal shield that's just going to go around you. And then Yelena is going to run also up to Hal, as you said, grab onto Hal, and then cast slow out to where the erupting earth was, as you see some of the dogs, like as the darkness is still going out from Shay in this like quick succession, kind of like get kind of slowed down as they're rushing towards you. Ish is going to, you watch as she takes this like almost like boomerang-esque blade, and she's going to throw it, and you see it like doubles itself as it hits 3 different dogs at once, and then comes back to her, and she's going to back up towards Hal, like you said. Issa, you're top for group 2. They are running down from where the beast is, and the beast is just standing there with its arms open. It is a sight to see.
I think as they get closer to the group, she's gonna cast Shatter as she pulls out her axe, and like I think she pulls out her axe, and like from it the blue energy goes immediately. It's a con save.
17.
Okay, so they pass, but they take so I'm casting it as a 5th level, so they're gonna take half of 68.
We don't have to roll any damage, but you watch as the earth kind of like rumbles, and they do get kind of like thrown off a bit, but they will like fall onto the ground and quickly get back up, but they're now further back than the ones that were not yet casted on. Wash.
Does Fiara respond to the, can you teleport us?
Yeah, we can, but it might take us a second.
Okay, I got nothing. I'm just gonna hold an action to hit anything that comes near.
Gotcha. You watch as Fiara starts to cast the circle underneath you, and she screams, Kaz! As Kaz and Cower start, like, they just dash forward, almost like they're, like, flying over the sand. As Kaz gets in front of Issa, and you're gonna watch as he quickly casts Wall of Fire, and it hits a bunch of the dogs. It's like this blue flame as well, and he basically summons his guitar, and he just goes strum, and you watch the reverberation of the strum makes this Wall of Fire in front of all of you. A lot of the dogs start to yelp and whine, and it seems like some of them burn up completely, and you just hear this like very loud and like guttural isn't the right word, but it erupts through beneath your feet as you hear this whistle, and you see off in the distance more dogs running towards you, and it feels like the whistle originated from the beast. Codex.
She's gonna look over at Fiara and be like, how much time do you need?
20 seconds.
Do you have to stay still, or can we be mobile?
Still. I stay still, you can be mobile. And
okay,
she's like trying
great.
to concentrate. She's like grabbing glyphs and throwing them onto the teleportation circle.
Then she's gonna look over at Issa and Kaz, and she's gonna be like, hop on, and then she's gonna just reach over and like slap her hand on Wash's chest, and she's going to twin spell polymorph both of us into giant elks, but they are like eldritch looking horrible creatures. Their CR is not super high, but they're very fast, so we can move a lot, and whatever. As she says how she slaps Wash's chest, and she looks over at you, and she's like, "If you resisted, it hurts more. Just let it go." And you the experience of her electricity, it's like you get shocked, and then the best way I could describe it is you experience being unmade and then rebuilt into something completely new.
I feel like Wash has felt this once before.
There you go. We both crumble, our bodies crumble into just this weird pink energy, and they come back as giant elves. And then Codex just kind of uses her head and with her horns just scoops Issa up onto her back.
Yeah, so Casimir's on top of Wash and Issa's on top of Codex. I would say at that point, you two are probably going opposite ways, just making a perimeter around Fiara, I'm assuming. All right, group 3. Terrence, you're first.
He's gonna grab the earring and send to Helloana and be like, I need you to get here now. We need to get the fuck out of here right now.
I'm already here.
What?
She appears.
We need to get back to the keep. Now. We can't be here.
I can't cast teleportation on the grease. We have to go outside.
Of course we do. Of course the grease interferes.
I don't know if that's true, but for fun, that's fun. So she's
you have to draw, if you're doing teleportation circle, you have to draw on the ground.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Actually true. So
you watch as Helloana, again, she gets all fun and zany, but then she sees the dogs outside. She in a snap of an instant, she sees the dogs outside, analyzes what's going on, and her brow furrows, her one eye that's green starts to flame out of it, and you see her hand almost be guided by a spectral chartreuse hand, and she grabs behind the two of you and V2 and pushes you out the door, and she starts to her finger turns long, and she starts to with flames draw the teleportation circle beneath you as she starts to prepare that. So it's you, Ezra, and V2, and the dogs start rushing towards you.
And as a bonus action, I don't know if that counts as my whole action was moving and getting out there, but I'm going to be I look at Ezra and I'm like, have you met Terry? And then he's going to take the serum and just
Yeah, and Ezra's like, oh my god, do you want me to control V2?
No, we got it, we're together.
Yeah, V2 just kind of burrows into the ground all right, so V2 is just going to kind of hold an action in front of you. You watch as Ezra is going to quickly cast...
Wait, can I tell V2 to spit?
Oh yeah, spit.
Yeah, V2, spit! And he spits in front of where Helloana is setting up the circle, so that way when the dogs come through, it's going to be whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, you watch as Ezra goes, nice job, and then produce flame, take it, and throw it onto the ground as it just crackles in front of the dogs.
Hell yeah, I love this team.
Dogs' turns. So, group 1, they will start rushing in. I'm just going to just roll a general hit. They will have disadvantage because it is dark, and you guys do have enough prevention around you that they'll have disadvantage, but they can see through magical darkness, just not as well. Fucking would have been a natural 20. 18 to hit everybody. 18 to hit everybody else. I think that'll hit everybody but Ish. You guys will each take six piercing from a bite. As they're rushing around, you guys will push them off. Even Dogma, you'll hear this big kick, boom, as you assume Dogma's bunny kicking them away. You'll hear Yelena kind of scream some type of infernal words as a dog yelps with fire, and you watch as she takes some of that fire and cauterizes her wound. She's pretty prepared to fight. As well as Hal will kind of fend them off with these bracers he has on his arms. All right, Issa, Wash, Casimir, Fiara, and Codex. All right, that's not great. I got a 14 to hit. Does that hit anybody?
That'll hit Codex and I.
I'll hit the Alex. Yeah, so the dogs are rushing, and you guys will knock them off enough. I'll describe what Casimir's doing during this time as well when it comes to your turn again, but they will hit you for 5 piercing for bite, as they can kind of just bite at your ankles, and you guys will kick them off with your hooves. All right, Terrence, Ezra, and Helloana. All right, natural 20 to hit Terrence, Ezra, and Helloana.
That's so cute of you to do.
Thank you.
Do they have disadvantage because of the grace?
They don't, but they didn't get high anyway. They got, it's 7 piercing as they kind of rush in. You'll see one bite on V2. It'll bite on V2's arm, and you watch as V2 grabs its neck and throws it off of itself. Ezra will get kind of bit in the side, and you'll watch as he kind of scoops up the flames and burns the dog alive on him. And Helloana, you guys are protecting Helloana. She's not being hit. Mm-hmm. Next round, Shay. Yeah, they're all just rushing in at this point. You're just trying to fend them off of Hal, who also is casting teleportation circle right now. Probably at this point, too, Hal's just going to say, are we coming to your keep?
Yes. Hang on, let me pull up my spell
It's
details.
fun and epic. I like this fight.
Right? So good. I'm gonna sword burst. And they need a dex save. I think DC 17.
Natural 17.
Then I'm not gonna roll damage. But they get pushed back. So instead of swords, it's gonna be more just green magical energy, sort of in that like long shadowy sort of shape, just kind of swoops out in front of her in different, like almost like arms, but not. And just kind of like little gust of wind to like push him back a little bit.
Gotcha. All right, Finley.
Finley is also going to take kind of a step away from the group to not be too close to them, and then is going to cast Investiture of Flame, which will then cause his entire body, head to toe, to be consumed in fire.
Okay.
As he is then, with his finger, going to trace, starting from the side of his body, all the way in a 15-foot curved line around everybody. A 15-foot long, 5-foot wide wall of flame that anything within 5 feet of must then make a dex save.
19.
That does save, but they still take half the damage that they would have. So he darts forward, bursts into flames. Anything that is within 5 feet of him, as soon as it gets like right next to his skin, will just start to melt into blood, and then he's going to carve the firewall, cutting the blood beasts that are jumping at them in half.
You watch as Ish will take 2 of her blades. She'll break, or one blade, she'll break them into 2, and you watch she just kind of like casts out this type of like shot that seems to go from her blades and hit like whatever dogs are in a line. It'll go through all of their necks as they fall dead, but more will keep coming after them. Dogma and Yelena are both going to focus on just keeping dogs away from Hal, as they're just you just hear Tormentum as they keep using magic missile on them. All right, Cower and Israel are also another block of line around Fiara. You'll watch as Casimir kind of just like quickly whispers something into his hand as you see this thing form of this blue flame. And you watch as he throws it towards the mountain where they're running down past the beast. And at first you're like, is he casting fireball? But you just watch as it like dissipates into this smoke, and some of the dogs, their heads explode. And any of them that don't, their heads don't explode. You watch as they kind of like get confused and start walking a different way, as he has casted a synaptic static to get them to get away from him. All right, Terry.
He is just like kicking and punching. It's just like the rats, baby. He's kicking them into the sky.
Make them fly.
He picks up a dog. He hits another dog with it. He's just hitting them. I have 2 attacks, so one will miss, but the other one is will a 12 hit these things?
No.
Okay, the other one will. It's a natural 14 plus 9.
You kick the dog in the middle, and it just goes whoop. It flies up.
Well, actually, it does move 5 feet, so I'm assuming I'm just gonna like kick it into another one and like kind of like having them like fumble all over each other. And V2 is just attacking. He's just following Terry's lead at this point.
All right. Hal is gonna be like, the time is now. Are we going?
Yes.
All right. You watch as like he it's almost like he plucks a feather out of his wings and he just throws it, and like in this like wave of like ravens, it just like teleports you guys away. Fiara is gonna do the same thing, where she'll kind of like stab into the ground as like blood kind of comes all around you and you guys are gone. And Haluana will be like, we're going. She won't even give you the option. Like, she's not asking you a question, and you watch as just green flames appears around all of you as you. All right. So you all into the courtyard of the Pale White Castle Keep. At like basically at the same time, not exactly, but like in succession, you'll see, I'll say probably group 1, Shay, Terrence, Dogma, Yelena, Hal, and Ish will kind of like appear, all standing up fine with just like ravens that just like kind of disappear into nothing. As you watch Haluana, Terry, V2, and Ezra appear out of a green flame, like ball of flame, sphere of flame, and then you'll see 2 elks, Casimir and Fiara and Issa, jump from like this blood font.
Terry goes, "TEACUP! TEACUP!" And I shrink slowly.
Yeah, Ezra's gonna like calm you down as you he's gonna be like this, and then like,
TEACUP!
It's okay. You watch as he starts casting mending on V2 to heal him.
And then she just, it's like and then she'll break concentration, so we both go back to humanoids.
Immediately you hear the door open and like a walk, and Gillespie's gonna be like, oh god, it's you. I didn't know who the hell was here. welcome back.
Don't
There's
go
a lot
outside.
of fucking shit going on.
Codex is already running up the stairs and she's gonna go towards the front door. I'm worried about everybody else outside, like all the people.
Casper's following you, Codex.
Oh, great. Well, she's going to the front door to throw it open and see if there's people in the street and be like, get inside now! Like, come in.
Casimir will be with you with Cower. Immediately, he watches, he throws, he takes his guitar, strums, and they look like notes that kind of fly around as these, glyphs of warding kind of go around the entire Pale White Castle Keep to protect you as it kind of domes over. When you get there, he's gonna... Basically, you watch as he takes one of his fingers, and he's gonna look at you and just be like, I'm gonna lift it. You're gonna be my lookout. We get people in.
Okay.
And you watch as, it's malleable. He can lift it for people to run in. He'll work in tandem with you to get as many people as you can.
Okay. Yeah, she'll go outside, so...
Yeah.
She's probably yelling for people to get inside, and then she, gets this moment where she's like, oh my god, and she just starts taking off.
Codex, Casimir will, scream.
I gotta get my dad's!
Get my mom!
Great. Love this. Beautiful.
I have to tell you guys something!
Wash is gonna take over leading people into the keep.
Yeah, you're helping Casimir?
Yeah.
Terrence runs up to Shay and grabs her by the shirt. Shay, I have to tell something! I have to tell you something!
Okay, yes, what? What about a teacup? That doesn't seem important right now.
He's very, very... something happened with somebody who he knew that came, and the teacup is important.
The beautification committee is the beasts! They are the beasts!
What?
Astra came to visit me. She gave me this, and she healed up the jar of the stuff that he uses he uses. She gave me this.
Right.
She kept asking about wishes. She said she kept using hints, and she said something about Lady Seraphima being so wonderful, how it would be such a shame if someone she was related to died, and that she wished that her family was okay, that she has sisters, a brother, and a mother, and one of them is very sick. And then she was holding a teacup the entire time. The beautification committee. I sound crazy, and I know that I've sound crazy before, and I know that I've been wrong a lot of the time, but I need you to trust me. They are the beasts. She was with me, and then all of a sudden that shit started happening.
I thought the Dematas were the beasts.
I love this. Why on earth would we cut that?
What?
Yes, the blood, there's 3 of them. They're never in the same place, all 3 at a time.
They were just now!
Fiara's what the fuck? And he's gonna she's I'm gonna go get...
There's nothing against you. I just thought it would make sense with the blood. You hardly ever drink it.
Ezra goes, see, there are 3 of them, so maybe the 3 thing isn't the best thing to staple this entire...
Ezra, teacup.
I don't know what teacup means.
Shay saw somebody. One was holding a flower or a vine or something, right?
Yes.
That's the one from the grove. The other one has the claws.
Yes.
She was the one with the mouth that is covered. And then the other one was holding a teacup, and Astra was holding a teacup. I thought you said
the vision was that the beast ripped out that one's throat, so how can she also be the same person who ripped out her own throat?
Exactly.
What if there's something... There's something?
Why don't we wait till, everybody's back?
I just have a question. So, Terrence, this woman showed up to your house with a teacup already?
Why don't we wait for the rest? By that point, Casimir watches your ushering just randos in. Fiara's where'd they go? And Casimir will be that way. And Fiara will run after Issa and Codex. She gets right in line with you guys and be I can get us much faster. Who are we going after? You 3, let's just say an hour it takes you guys. You guys help as many people as you can, and then who are you all getting to the Pale White Castle Keep?
Specifically Estella and Rory from the 3rd, and then whoever, we can get in the LaGuardia area. I'm assuming they're at the restaurant.
Yeah, probably Elena and Salvador, unless you are telling them you need to, they're gonna be we're safe with Amnestria and the Tide Thorns. We have the temple fortified. All right, and Codex, who are you bringing?
She's bringing as much as her neighborhood as possible. Just her dad's. Everybody in that neighborhood, she draws teleportation circle, and then she steps back as it sends them all, and then she's going to run to catch up with Fiara, and she can convert sorcery points into another spell slot of that level.
So you guys get all the people you need to, and along the way, anybody you're not teleporting, you get them well enough to be get in your house and shut the door and hide somewhere, Once you guys are all back...
As soon as his mom shows up, Terrence is oh my god, I'm so glad you're okay. And it's just
Stella's who let the dogs out? Terrence, I'm going to let you be our lead into the ouch of this episode with your teacup, if you want to quick do that for the time you have.
Yeah, he gathers everybody and he's like, I already told this to Shay, but the Beautification Committee of the Beasts. And I'm saying this with full confidence, and I know that I've been wrong before, and I said this to Shay already, but... Are you doing this somewhere that's not going to cause hysteria? Yeah, absolutely. I'm pulling all of the group aside, including the Demardas and...
It's the Fated Fates, Casimir, Fiara, the two, Cower, Israe, Yelena, Hal, Dogma, oh my god, Maud, and Sean. Oh, and Ishnalia.
I know I've made wild accusations before, and I know I've been wrong, but you need, Aster came to visit me at my house, and Ezra hid, but the way she was talking was alluding to something greater. It was the way she was talking to me, the way she was holding a teacup, and yes, I did give her the teacup, but I need you to trust me. The beast that Shay saw in her vision, we saw Dark Fury with the red arms, we saw one with a teacup, and we saw one with vines, and we saw one with the claws, right? I know we saw the vision of the one getting her throat cut by a beast. I don't know how that connects, but I know that these three in the Beautification Committee have some kind of connection to the beasts. If they are or are not the beasts, I don't know for certain, but they have a connection, and I know that. She said she was bringing up her family for some reason. She mentioned Wish. She mentioned how Lady Seraphima was a great person and that she spent a lot of time. She said something about spending time in the Fifth.
And she said she had sisters and a brother and a mom who's been gone for about a year and some. Or she was busy for a year. I don't know. But who do we think the mom is then?
So if the sisters are the Beautification Committee, the brother is Dark Fury, who is the mom?
Well, who's been gone for a year and some?
Arathia has been gone for a year and some. True.
How would Arathia...
She could have wished
I'm thinking back
to have beasts.
But that's not possible because the beasts have been around since before I was even born. The thinking back to the vision we had in the jail cell when we were goblins, we saw the Dawnwood, we saw the Neged Dawnwood, the Dark Dawnwood, and from the Dark Dawnwood that burned down, or was destroyed, we saw 3 creatures come from that, and then another creature standing far in the back.
I actually did learn a little bit about what that was called, says Yelena. It was called the Dweller. If you forget in the vision, Yofet destroyed the Dweller and then cried about it. 3 silhouettes came out in a time jump, basically. It was like brrr, fast forward and 3 silhouettes popped out, and then you saw a silhouette approaching them in what looked like a robe or a dress. Not Yofet.
We have the Dweller that was burned down by Yofet, who cried about it.
She just destroyed it and burned it again.
Destroyed the Dweller and then cried about destroying it, which means she was attached to it. Maybe she made it?
She's nature.
She made the Dweller, had to destroy the Dweller, and then those came out of it in a later date. So would that make Yofet the beast's mom, which would then make Codex...
But why would Yofet, from everything that this is Yelena again, everything we studied Yofet and was found out from what Codex said, Yofet was a trespasser that became a stalwart. Why would she go back to being a trespasser?
I think that the person that approached the three figures in the vision were approached by someone in a dress. It was time had passed.
Could that have been, maybe they appeared earlier and that was Arathia? Maybe Arathia went into the grove and... I mean, who knows if these beasts come back or not? I don't know.
They killed my dad when I was 3 years old. That's...
I mean, it could just be a figurative mother.
Even still, that would have been... The beasts have been active for more than 20-some years.
Okay, well, can gods travel in time? Because maybe Arathia's been with Kesek and went back in time.
Fucking hell.
She also has a diamond. We don't know if it's been used. Or also there's blood wishes. Can't you blood wish? Why can't you blood wish to go back in time and become a mama?
Yeah, if only we knew someone who studied time magic for
God, that would be so
years,
good.
Dogma.
I mean, yeah, that's possible, I would say. But also, what's with the dogs? And why do the dogs look like those dogs? No offense, as Israel and Cower just
Hey!
Why do the dogs look the same?
Where's Balthazar? Hey, what's Balthazar doing? What's Balthazar doing right now?
I don't know. We could find him, says Fiora.
I don't know. It won't help with timelines, but last time I saw Balthazar, I was naked in an oasis.
Why?
First of all, what?
Fuck. Can we stay on? Can we stay on course?
Everyone, we are putting a pin. You have a theory. That's all she does. She just goes, you have a theory. Puts it there. The blood beasts, I can't say I don't recognize them. These look like the same blood beasts that attacked during Ponte. The only reason why we have Kawa Cypress and Israel is because Kawa Cypress and Israel were our friends. We knew them. They were people. And I don't mean they were dogs. They were people who got turned into these things when Ponte fell, but we got them out before they became whatever the fuck is running on outside. So that's why, and you watch this, like, she pets Israel. She's like, that's why they don't look like these dark dogs with blood all over, that they still have some semblance of the people they were. Israel was a tiefling, Kawa was a kobold, and so was Cypress. Cypress was also a tiefling. They were people, they were our friends.
So the same
So those
people.
were people.
They could be, which means this is all connected, which means this is a blood wish, which means, you're right, we do need to find Balthazar because he's the only person who knows about blood wishes.
Question: when Ponte fell, that guy that you saw that made that wish, did Balthazar kill him, or is he still? Is he questionably alive?
Balthazar threw a pike through his neck, and his name was Berengar Bart, but I do believe Berengar Bart lived a couple more years after that. You would know, Berengar Bart is like the person who made Zabraria the like theocratic society is today. So I'm assuming a blood wish saved him from Balthazar's deadly blow. I haven't seen anything about these dogs since the fall of Ponte, which is why this is all... I don't know. But if the dogs, since they look basically the same except not the color scheme of Kawa, Cypress, and Israel, those dogs were people, which means someone blood wished them into the dogs. So the only person we can ask about the dogs, the blood wishes, and maybe if Arathia used a blood wish to go back in time to become someone's I don't know. We have to go to Balthazar. So we're going to Balthazar. I'll call him. And that's where we end today's session.